Hello friends, how are you all? It's been a long time since I've made a video or talked with any of you. Actually, the mind is not at rest. There's so much of different kinds of news going around. The COVID-19 issues are still not solved. It's still increasing in many countries around the world. Also, there are so many disturbing news around, and it really affects one a lot. Nowadays, also, I'm seeing a lot of discussions are going on regarding depression in Facebook, Instagram. Also, when I'm talking to my friends over phone, I'm hearing a lot of people. They are saying that they are feeling depressed, they are feeling frustrated, they are not feeling like getting up in the morning, doing their regular chores. I think this term is going around so much. It's mainly because of the also the lockdown thing. People are not being able to do the follow their normal routine. They are not being able to do the normal things that they used to do on a day-to-day basis. Also, they are not being able to mix and socialize as much. The normal way of life has been hampered. We are more at home now. We are not being able to socialize that much as we used to do before the COVID 19 period. People are feeling more and more lonely. Also, the work from home thing is it's more stressful, I think, because when you go to office, you meet a lot of people, you can talk to a lot of people, but when you're at home, you are by yourself and it becomes a monotony at some point of time. It gets monotonous. You keep working and you don't have the time to talk to friends, talk with your colleagues, maybe have a little chat, feel lighter and happier. Also, you are going out less from your home than we used to do previously. So that maybe these are the reasons that people they are feeling more and more depressed these days. But what I have learned from my experience is that don't we should not let this feeling engulf us. We should not let this feeling seep into us so deep that we are unable to pick ourselves up. I think it is me myself who should be my best friend. And a lot of depression also arises because of people's expectations. We expect a lot from different people, we expect a lot from life. We expect that this will happen, that would happen, and then that does not happen, and then we get depressed. Also, we feel depressed because we are lonely, we don't have anybody to share our thoughts with, we don't have anybody to talk to. These are the variety of reasons that people go into depression. There are, of course, many other reasons. It may be financial, it may be physical, it may be emotional, it may be social, it can be anything. But what I have learned from my experience is that you should love your own self. Love yourself first. Until and unless you are happy with your own self, you cannot make anyone else happy. Sometimes it happens, especially with the women of the house, that we are so into making others happy, so much into doing other stuff, for the kids, for the husband, for parents, for in laws, that somewhere we put ourselves behind. We don't think about ourselves. But I think that is wrong because as a mother of a kid, I understand that when I'm into this household chores and always cooking and cleaning, looking after the baby, and I'm only doing those kinds of stuffs and I'm completely ignoring myself, not having any kind of me time or not looking after myself. After a period of time, you know there's a lot of irritation. You snap at others, you get irritated, you get angry, you can't handle that pressure because anything that you if you keep doing certain things over and over and over for a period of time, and you don't give yourself a break, you don't give yourself a me time, don't take care of your own self, and you're very, very unhappy, you're not satisfied, you're feeling tired, you're feeling frustrated, you want a break, but you're not getting a break, you're not taking a break. I would say to all the ladies out there that please slow down. Nothing would happen if 15 minutes just passes away. If you give something, if your child has to have milk at 4 o'clock and you give the child milk at 4:15 or 4:20, nothing will happen. The world will not come to an end. Nothing is going to happen. But then we don't realize that. We get so much into the routine, we get so much bogged down that we have to do that at that particular time. We just go on and go on like a machine. But I would say even the machine needs oiling at some point of time. You cannot just keep working and working. You need your own me time. Give yourself time. This is one of the things I can say for the ladies, that give yourself some time throughout the day. You can, you know, maybe in the afternoon or in the evening, do something that you like. If you don't have any particular hobby, you can just rest. Just dim the lights, put on a soft music, just be with yourself for some time. Or maybe you can take care of yourself. At least one day in a week, you can pamper yourself, put on some face mask, apply shampoo, wash your hair, take care of yourself. If you've realized, I have realized one thing: when I take care of myself, when I feel a little better, you feel happier. So these are the small things you can do for yourself. If nothing, you can read a little. If you love reading, you can buy different type of books, or you can also read online stuff nowadays. You also can read uh, books online. So you can read if you love reading. I mean, you can do whatever that you like. You can read. If you like writing, you may write. Another thing I would say, that writing is a very good way of expressing yourself. If you're angry, if you're frustrated, if you're sad, I think if you write down the thoughts that's going on in your mind, that helps a lot. Because when you write down your feelings, if you pen them down, you realize that what it is that is actually hurting you. So I think writing down anything, it may be you can write down your thoughts in a diary, or maybe you can write them down in the notepad of your phone or laptop. I think writing down your feelings helps a lot. So that is another thing I think that is very, very helpful. If you do not have the habit of writing stuff, you can try by writing at least a line down, that maybe I'm angry on so and so, she or he is doing this to me. Even if you write down 2 lines, you'll see there will be a slight difference in your mind. You'll feel better. So this is one of the thing. Another thing I would like to say, that write down. So do something. I'm saying throughout the 24 hours, give yourself at least half an hour throughout the day. This is very, very important. You can read a book, you can write, you can sing, you can dance. If nothing, you can go for a walk all by yourself, but be alone and give yourself that time. Go for a walk for around 30 minutes. Just walk alone. You can just take your headphone, listen to some music, just walk and come back. You can talk to your friend if you feel better that way. You can talk over phone. You can uh, lie down if you don't want to do anything. Just rest. Just shut your eyes. You can listen to some soft music. Just take rest. But whatever it is, give yourself that half an hour throughout the day. It is very, very important. Because that your mind, your body, both of them needs that break. This is especially for the ladies, I think. This is very, very important. Another thing I would like to say to everybody, that please reduce your expectations. I think this I've learned over and over. I'm not saying that I have mastered this technique, but I think that reducing expectations from others helps a lot. You know, a lot of sadness arises when we expect something from someone and then we do not get that in return. I think, except for my own self, you can only expect from your own self that, okay, I have to do this, and you do that. But don't expect that the same thing from the other person, because that other person is a different individual. That person may not understand what you're wanting. So don't expect that much. I think reduce expectations from others. If you can do this, it will make a hell lot of difference in life. You'll feel much better. You'll feel much lighter when you stop expecting from others and learn to be alone with your own self. Learn to enjoy your own company. I think enjoying one's own company is very, very important. You have to learn to be happy with your own self. You know, a lot of people now that they are in lockdown and they cannot socialize as much. I have a lot of friends who tell me that I'm feeling sad, I'm not being able to meet my friends, I'm feeling bored alone. Why you're feeling bored alone? You have to, at the end of the day, a human is alone, I think. Human being is alone. You have come alone, you have to go alone. So why do you need so many people all around you in order to make yourself happy or to survive? I think you have to learn the technique of being alone. Just enjoy your own company. I think there are so many things that you can do. There are so many things in this world that you can do. Why do you always need friends, or why do you have to depend on somebody else to be happy? Why your happiness, why any kind of such thing has to come from some other person? I think you should be the one. Nobody else is responsible for your happiness. Similarly, nobody else should be allowed to make you sad. I think you should build a wall, that no, I will not allow that person to become that kind so that that person can make me feel happy or sad. So in today's these whatever I'm saying may seem a bit ridiculous, but in today's world, I think the way the world is going nowadays, I think this is very important that we learn to stay with our own selves. We learn to be happy with our own selves. We learn to enjoy our own company, do stuff on our own. Go out for a walk, read a book. If you like to paint, you can paint. If you like to draw, if you like to walk, if you like to sing or dance, you can do that. Pursue some kind of hobby. If you like gardening, that is a very good thing to do, because gardening releases a lot of stress. When you are gardening, you feel much better. You sow a seed, and that seed slowly, becomes a plant, and then a flower comes out or a fruit comes out. You feel like it's your own baby. You have nurtured that thing. So I think gardening is an excellent way of de-stressing. So what I'm trying to say is do something on your own, just engage your mind into something. If you have nothing to do and you just sit quietly and keep thinking that, what that friend is doing, what the other person is doing, why he is not calling me, why she is not calling me, this and that, then the mind will never be at rest and you will never be able to be happy. So, in today's world, it is very, very important that we give ourselves priority. Take care of your own self. Go to sleep at the right time. Get up in the right time. Do some kind of exercise. Do some kind of meditation, I think. It's very important. Exercise also, helps us de stress a lot. It helps us a lot. So I think you should take care of your own self. When you take care of yourself, a lot of problems are solved. You can get up in the morning, you can do a little bit of yoga, or you can go out for some walk. Or if not in the morning, you can always do it in the evening. But give yourself that time. and don't go into that kind of rat race. Nowadays, I find that even during this lockdown, people has turned this into a rat race. I hear so many friends, they are doing this certification, that certification, this is happening, that is happening. They are doing so much of cooking, posting it on social media. Even that, actually, social media creates a lot of stress at times. It's a burden. Because when you see that the other people, other friends, they are doing so many things, maybe some friend did some certification, somebody is getting into some course, somebody is doing that, somebody is doing, and you're not being able to do that, maybe for whatever reasons. And then you start feeling sad, you start feeling bogged down that I'm not being able to do what the other people are doing. But I would say, let the other people do whatever they are doing. It is their life. It's their journey. Your journey is different. Their journey is different. Everybody has a starting point and they have an end point of the journey. It's like a train. Everybody has different stations to get down on. That is what is life for me. At the end, there is nothing. So even if you do 10 certifications or courses or degrees, or if you do no degrees, at the end, when you get down off the train, you will be empty handed. Nothing will go with anybody. But don't take it in a different way. I'm not saying that, okay, so you don't have to study, you don't have to take degrees, you just sit and wait for your station to come. No, it's not like that. Of course you do it, but don't take it into heart and think that if I don't do that, then my life is coming to an end. Do what you like to do how much you are able to do what is best for you. If you think I would like to do that degree, I want to do that degree, just do it. But don't do it because somebody else is doing and I'm not being able to do it. So I have to do it because she or he is doing it. That is what I think is wrong. Do what you want to do, what is best for you, what you love to do, what is helpful for you. But don't compare yourself with others, or don't go into competition with others. Because I think competition with others, the unhealthy kind of competition, that because he or she is doing that, I also need to do that. I think that creates a lot of pressure on a person. And if unfortunately he or she is not able to do that, then he gets devastated or she gets devastated and thinks that, oh, I am of no use, I'm a loser, I'm good for nothing. So I think just cut off yourself a little from the social media. Also, another thing I have noticed in people is that people, the first thing they do when they get up in the morning is open their Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever. I think don't do that. When you get up in the morning, just say a little pray, start your day with gratitude. First, do brush your teeth. If you exercise, do your exercise. But don't see the social media immediately you get up in the morning, because that may impact you. The throughout the day is left. Now, if right in the morning you see something and you feel bad or whatever, and the rest of the day that impression will remain on your mind. So I think this is a very poor habit of people to get up right in the morning and open the social media. I think just keep it. It's not running away. Just wait a little. Just get up in the morning, take some time for yourself before you go into Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Because I think social media nowadays is creating a lot of pressure on youngsters. It was not this way a few years back, but now things have really, really changed. The world is going into, it's revolving in some other way. I mean, the competitions have become cutthroat, people are into rat race, and I think this is the reason that the depression nowadays is increasing so much. And another thing I would say that if you feel sad, if you feel down, I think it's good to talk to somebody whom you think is close. You can talk to your mother, you can talk to your father, your brother, your sister, or maybe if you have a good friend. A good friend is a rarity these days. So I think if you have nobody around you, at least, keep that connection with your parents. I think parents are the best friends. They will never let you down. So you can talk to your mother, you can talk to your father if you're not feeling well. If not, if you're really that depressed, if people who are into depression and they have that problem, I think it's best if you can talk to your doctor. There is no harm, there is nothing wrong if you go to a doctor and get yourself treated. Depression is like any other disease. It's like any disease that we get, a physical disease that we may get. If we have a stomach ache, we take medicines. So, similarly, if our mind is not working well, if our mind is not keeping us happy, it needs some kind of professional help, I think. And that really helps. There is no shame, there is no problem if you can share with people that, yes, I am feeling depressed, I am feeling sad, I need help. Because it's like any other physical problem that we have. It is actually, if we understand that it is the mind which actually regulates our body. If our mind doesn't want, we can't even lift one finger of our body. It is the mind, the central nervous system. It is the mind that makes the body work. If you're feeling too sad, sometimes we feel so sad that we don't feel like getting up from the body. So, what do we understand? It is actually the mind which is, which actually makes our body work. It is the mind which regulates everything. If our mind is not working properly, the body will not work properly. You'll see many times before the exams, if we are very nervous, we feel like our stomach is hurting, we feel nausea, we want to vomit. So, why do we feel that? Because we feel so nervous, we are so scared that we start feeling physically ill. So, that's what, it's the mind which is the most important thing for us. If the mind is not working well, your physical body will not work well as well, work as well properly. So it's very important that we try to keep our minds steady, our minds happy, and for that, do what you want to do. Feel happy. Feel happy, give yourself time, take care of yourself. Try to enjoy your own company. Give more time to your hobby. Listen to music. If you want to dance, you can dance. These things, it really helps, it uplifts us. And also, I would say, talk to your friends, to your relative, to your parents, to your siblings, whoever you may feel close to. And if you cannot talk to anybody, it's fine. It's not necessary that you have to talk to somebody in order to feel better. Talk to yourself. Write down, write your diary. Give more time to yourself. If you really feel bad and unwell, if you really, really feel depressed and if that hampers you in your day-to-day work, I think then you go and take professional help. And it will, but help yourself. Help yourself. Love yourself. You are your best friend. You have to take care of your own self. It is very, very important. Don't hurt your own self. You don't deserve that. Don't hurt your own self. Try to be happy. Try to love yourself. Try to be your own best friend. Be happy with your own self. Don't hurt yourself. This is just a journey. Just take this as a train journey. It has a starting point, it has an end point. You have come into this world. You're just a traveler. Just board the train, just do your journey and you have to get down in the end station. So don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourselves that, oh my god, this is not happening, that is not happening. What would happen? I'm not being able to do this, I'm not being able to. It's all right. This is just a journey. You have not come into this world with anything, and you are not going to take anything from this world. You have come empty handed, and you're going to go empty handed. You're not going to take anything with yourself. Just remember this and be happy. Be kind to yourself. Don't be harsh to yourself. Just love yourself. Just enjoy the journey. I think that is what life is all about. At the end of it, you are taking nothing with yourself. The most important thing in life is to be kind to your own self. Love your own self. Give yourself time. Give yourself kindness. Because when you are kind to your own self, when you feel better, when you feel happy and nurtured, then only you can make the others happy. When you are happy yourself, when your mind is happy, you will spread happiness all around. But if you're sad, you're depressed, you're unkind and harsh to your own self, then how can you think of spreading happiness to others or taking any other kind of responsibility? It is never possible. So, the first priority in life, I think, is to be kind to yourself, even during these lockdown days. Nurture yourself, take care of yourself, invest in hobbies, spend time with your own self, be kind to yourself, and be only then you can be happy and you can spread happiness. Thank you, friends. We'll meet and talk again. Till then, please take very good care of yourselves. Bye bye. Love you all.